Pink Penguin, and welcome back to another video. So a couple of weeks ago, I posted my Q&A announcement where I asked you guys to comment questions for me in the comment section down below. So today I'm going to answer some of those questions for my Q&A special to thank you guys for getting me to 100 subs. Without further ado, let's get started.
Pizza Pikachu asks, what was your first Mario game?
So my first Mario games that I remember we had Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii because I grew up during the Wii era. I remember my brother also had Super Mario Bros. For the DS, and I remember I tried to play that, but I wasn't very good. And the other Mario game that I remember as being one of my first ones is Mario Party DS. I saw it in the store and didn't know what Mario Party was, but I thought it sounded fun. I thought it was going to be like an actual party. But it was still fun. I played that game a lot during my childhood.
Francis LaPointe says, crack fairy time. Shining Butterfly 4 on Twitch is also Pink Penguin on YouTube. Can you confirm or deny?
What? No. You honestly think that this person... So, question number 2 is, I should look at the camera and then look at the paper. Looks and acts exactly the same as this person.
Okay, I probably just deafened my whole audience, I'm sorry.
That's freaking preposterous. Shh, Francis, no one was supposed to know about this. Okay, in all seriousness, yes, I stream under a different name on Twitch. I stream under Shining Butterfly 4. Why I stream under a different name? I just thought it sounded cool. So yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitch and watch me play games, twitch.tv/ShiningButterfly4. Okay, next question.
Crystal Seeker asks, if you could have any superpower or quirk, what would it be?
Okay, so I have 2 answers for this question. For like a normal superpower in the real world, I would love to be able to fly. It would be really fun to like fly anywhere. I wouldn't have to take a car or any other mode of transportation. I could just fly anywhere. I think that'd be really cool. Now, as for quirk, I know it's like they're the same thing, but if I were in My Hero Academia, I'd love to have a quirk called Light Energy. I've been like designing this quirk because I'm bored and I'm a huge fan of My Hero Academia. Basically, it's kind of like an all-purpose quirk. I can make spears of light or waves of light to attack people with. I can make force fields. I can heal people. It's kind of like an all-purpose quirk.
Praveen V asks, what do you like to do for fun?
So for fun, I love making YouTube videos. I like streaming on Twitch. I like watching YouTube videos or Twitch streams. I like chatting with people on Discord, and I like playing video games. Those are all the things I really do in my spare time recently.
James D says, hey, #1 fan here, watching since last summer. What's been your favorite part of summer 2021 so far, and do you have anything planned that you think will top it?
Well, first of all, James, thank you so much for being around. I seriously appreciate you sticking around since last summer. I know I kind of just started getting my feet wet with YouTube, trying to make content, but I seriously appreciate you sticking around and enjoying the content. Now, my favorite moment from summer 2021 so far has definitely been when my friend Saya came to visit. My friend Pegasus Saya on Discord and Twitch, he came to visit me last month, and we just went around Seattle doing things. We hung out at my house a few times. We did so many fun things. We went to the Space Needle, we went to the Mopop, we went to the Seattle waterfront. There were so many fun things we did, and it was definitely the highlight of my summer because I haven't really done anything else this summer besides work, stream, and relax. I don't travel much in the summer. But yeah, I don't think anything will top it, especially because we're in late August and summer's basically over at this point.
Matt the Hero asks, what fruit is your favorite and least favorite?
My favorite fruits are definitely like strawberries and watermelons. They're so yummy. My least favorite, I don't think I've had a fruit I really don't like, but if I were to choose, probably durians because they're annoying as heck on Mario Sunshine to move around because you can't just pick them up. You have to like kick them around and they're obnoxious. And one of the ladies in Mario Sunshine requests that you kick durians across the canal into a basket. Like, I want to find a durian and destroy it on camera one of these days.
Catherine Plums asks, do you have book/book series recommendations? And do you like spicy foods?
Well, to answer your first question, one of my favorite book series that I would recommend is the Giver series. I don't know what the actual series name, but that's what I call it. It's basically, most people know about the book The Giver, but there's 3 other books in like a little series. There's Gathering Blue, Messenger, and Sun. Basically, Gathering Blue is a completely different story from The Giver, but then Messenger ties those 2 books together, and then Sun like basically wraps up the entire series. I read it in 5th grade for a read aloud with my teacher, and he actually read it to us in a really weird order. He read The Giver, then the first 2 books of Sun, then Gathering Blue, then Messenger, and then we finished Sun. And I think that's a great way to read it because Sun actually takes, like the first book of Sun takes place in the same community that The Giver is in. So I definitely recommend that series. It's a really great read, and it's very creative and inventive. As for your second question, depends on how spicy the food is. I can handle a spicy hot Cheeto, but if you were to give me real spicy foods, I would probably die.
SwitchKid2001 asks, do you plan to go to any conventions once the certain situation is over?
Funny that you mentioned that. I'm actually planning to go to PAX West this weekend because PAX West is actually going to be in Seattle this year, so it's actually close by. And I've never actually been to a convention before. I know after COVID's over, I definitely want to do a lot of traveling, if I can. I need to save money for that. But yeah, I definitely want to go to some conventions. I want to go to PAX, I want to go to Comic-Con, I want to go to VidCon, I want to go to a bunch of conventions if I can. Though those cost money, so we'll see.
Wile E. Coyote asks, which national parks have you been to or want to see, and what's your favorite hobby?
So I've never been to a national park before that I can remember, but if I were to go to one, I would love to go to Yellowstone. The main reason is because everyone in my family has been there except for me. And as for your second question, my favorite hobby, I love dancing. Dancing's been a really fun hobby that I've done during quarantine, but streaming's becoming like a really fun hobby that I love doing.
Suntron Wright asks, what consoles do you own/use?
So for your first question, I grew up on Nintendo consoles. I have a Nintendo DS, that's kind of broken at this point. I have a 3DS, I have a Wii, a Wii U, and a Nintendo Switch. Though my dad and brother own a bunch of Xbox consoles, and they're going to give me one of their Xbox Ones soon because they just got the Xbox Series X. As for your second question, Con, I know it's you using your alternate account. I'm not answering that question.
Hexadecanal asks, favorite book genre/series?
Alright, so I kind of already gave like my favorite book series, which is like the Giver series. It's one I'd recommend. But I'll answer another few books. I do love the Harry Potter series. It's really fun. I've actually taken the Pottermore quiz and I'm a Ravenclaw, which kind of makes sense besides the whole being smart thing. And then I know these probably maybe don't count as books, but I love the two books that The Odd Ones Out has written. I've read both of them. They're colorful, they're fun, they tell really fun, engaging stories.
Charizard Ranger asks, what are your goals outside of Twitch and YouTube?
So I have a few goals outside of Twitch and YouTube. One of my goals right now is to go back to college and get my bachelor's. The reason I've been holding off is because a lot of my college classes are going to be online for fall quarter. I'm waiting to see the winter quarter schedule to see if some of these classes will go back to being on campus. Otherwise, I'm probably going to be out of college a little longer. Another goal I have is to eventually move out. I know I can't live at home forever, and I want to be more independent and like live my own life and make my own decisions. So I'm working on taking the steps I need to be more independent and to move out. And then my third goal is kind of just to do some more traveling. I didn't really travel much when I was a kid, and I want to go places and visit some of my friends. I have a lot of friends on the East Coast that I'd love to go visit. In fact, I'm hoping to go to New Jersey in December, but that might not be happening.
Melinda Phantom asks, what secret plans do you have planned for the future?
Well, if I tell you, they won't be a secret now, will they? I'll tell you anyway. Right now, I'm currently trying to upgrade my streaming equipment and my video making equipment. Right now, I want to get a new video camera sometime in the near future, as well as a GoPro for my vlogs, so my vlogs are like a higher quality. And I also want to get better video editing software. I'm currently using Windows Video Editor, which is like the typical video editing software you find on a Windows computer, and I hate it, and I want better video editing software, but I'm poor, so and all the good video editing softwares require money. So hopefully I can upgrade my video quality soon. And as for streaming, I just got a PC and a monitor recently. I do want to get a new webcam because I feel like my webcam isn't the best quality. And eventually I want to get a new microphone, but the one I'm using right now is fine. It's a Blue Yeti and it works fine. And the last thing I want to do for the future is I want to get a 3DS capture board. I bought a 3DS and I can get it sent to be modded. I'm just waiting to get in contact with the guy that can mod it. So I probably won't have it until next year, but still, hopefully in the near future I will be able to stream 3DS and DS games. Oh, and as for your first nonsense question, no comment.
Arya Suzaki asks, what video games do you enjoy, and do you plan to stream any of them that you haven't?
I love Mario games. I love like the main series platformers, but I also really like Mario Party and Mario Kart and Mario sports games. I love Pokemon. I love playing the main series games. I own almost all of them. And I do love party games. I love playing Jackbox and I love playing Among Us. If there's a game that I want to stream that I haven't yet, it's like my 3DS and DS games, but I currently can't because I have no way to stream them. I also want to stream some GameCube games that I've never played, which I've bought a bunch of them recently off the internet, so I'll be streaming those in the near future.
Salabadalo asks, what is your favorite video game?
That's a tough question because I have a lot of games I really enjoy, but if I had to pick one, probably Super Mario Sunshine. It's a fun, colorful game. I feel like I'm actually really good at it. I know the game inside and out for the most part because I watched a lot of videos on it when I was a kid. And it's the first Mario game that I ever 100%ed, so I feel proud of myself for that, because that's not an easy feat. You have to find 240 blue coins just to get 100%.
Matt Galaxy asks, what is your content creation process? Like when you get an idea to uploading it to YouTube. Is there a planning process you have? Do you keep a list of videos you want to do in the future?
Oh my gosh, that's a very loaded question, but I'll answer it to the best of my ability. The content creation really depends on the video I'm posting. My vlogs, they're very simple. If I find a place I want to go, and I think it'll be an interesting vlog, I'll take my camera and film as much as I can. With my quarantine song parodies, those actually have a really fun creation process. Basically, first I write the song parody, which comes from me either singing in my room or singing in the shower. Once I write down the lyrics, I get my phone out and record myself singing it. And then the last step is to storyboard the video. My quarantine song parodies are actually storyboarded, so I'm not just going around doing random crap. I film the storyboarded thing and then I combine them together, and that's how you get a delicious quarantine song parody. Now as for my other videos, it really depends on the video. Like sometimes I get inspiration to do things, sometimes I just make silly stuff that has no meaning, I just do it for fun. And then some of my other videos that I've posted recently, like reading from my poetry anthology or singing my science song parody or remaking old phone videos, I get inspiration from looking at stuff on my computer or stuff around my house. So yeah, that's kind of my content creation process, but it's a little bit iffy and sometimes non-existent.
Davis Enos says, 2 questions. 1, hamburger or hot dog style? And 2, do you have any other talents?
Okay, so for your first question, I don't really understand what you mean by it, but if you mean like folding paper, I usually fold it hamburger style. And if you mean the food, I still prefer hamburgers over hot dogs. I'm not really a big hot dog person. As for your second question, I don't know what you mean by other talents. Like, other than like making videos and streaming on Twitch, I'm a pretty good singer, I think. I love dancing. Dancing's a big talent I have. Acting is a talent I have. And then I have other like really weird talents. Like I can touch my tongue to my nose. And that's just one of my weird talents that, like, you know, don't matter. But yeah.
Axe the Road asks, which is your husbando, and what is your favorite non-Nintendo video game?
So, I don't really have a husbando, but if I were to choose someone, it'd probably be Deku from My Hero Academia, because he's such a bean. Like, he's so caring and kind, and he's willing to put himself in harm's way just to help another person. Like, he's the embodiment of, like, a hero saving someone, and he's definitely my favorite character from My Hero Academia. As for your second question, my favorite non-Nintendo video game, most of the video games I do play are Nintendo, so if I were to choose, probably Among Us. That's like the only game I can think of that's really non-Nintendo. And even that's on the Nintendo Switch. Like, that's just how much Nintendo I play. Post-video Pink Penguin here. I do have another answer for that question. It's Friday Night Funkin'. It's a really fun rhythm game I've gotten into recently, and I love trying to beat my score and trying to be perfect, even though I'm not perfect, especially on like the hard mode, but it's still a lot of fun, and it's been something I've played a lot recently.
Blue Maiden 28 says, hello, I'm here to ask the question the entire universe has been unable to figure out. You ready? What's 9 plus 10? We need your wisdom here, Pinky.
Alright. Here's the fabled answer to 9 plus 10 that everyone's been waiting for. It's 21. I know, right? I was mind blown too. But 9 plus 10 is 21.
Geist asks, if you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? Or, if you could change one event in your life, what would it be and why?
Alright, if I were to give my younger self advice, I'd just say stop caring what people think about you. That was a huge problem I had, mostly in high school, but a little bit in elementary school and middle school. Just don't care what people think about you. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. Just have fun. You'll find a group of people who accept you for who you are, not about, like, what the norm is, you know? As for your second question, there's probably a lot of things that I would change if I could, but I mean, I can't really change the past. All I can do is improve for the future, so that's my answer, because if I didn't do some of the things I did in the past, I wouldn't have learned from my mistakes, so I probably wouldn't change anything, as embarrassing or humiliating as some of the stuff I did really was.
And the last question comes from Nadine V. She asked, if you could live anywhere, where would it be, and what is your favorite music genre?
Well, I've never lived anywhere other than Washington, but if I were to live somewhere, I would love to live in Hawaii. I feel like it would be bright and sunny all the time, and it would be fun. Though I've never been to Hawaii, so I don't know what it's like. Also, I mean, living in California doesn't seem too bad if I lived near Disneyland, but I know I wouldn't be able to go to Disney every day. But a lot of YouTubers live in California, so maybe if I make it big on YouTube... No, I'm kidding. I don't care if I make it big on YouTube. I'm just here to have fun. And as for your second question, I don't really have a favorite music genre. Mainly, a lot of the music I listen to is either like anime openings or like show openings, like the Meta Runner theme or the Sunset Paradise theme recently. But I do love like music I can dance to, like very emotional, like expressive music. I love just anything that I can choreograph a dance to. So that's probably my answer. It's a weird answer, but it's an answer. And those are all the questions that you guys submitted. Thank you guys so much for submitting questions. I seriously appreciate it. It was so fun to answer some of these questions, and some of these questions really got me thinking. So thank you for that, and thank you guys so much for getting me to 100 subs, and I can't wait to see what I'll do beyond this. So thank you guys for watching the video, and if you made it to the end, I love you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!